Hello everybody, welcome to TinLit.com. First and foremost, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Dira and I'm the founder of the platform that you're in right now. So I'm assuming that for most of you guys, this platform is completely new to you. And so let me tell you a little bit about our platform, TinLit.com. What exactly is TinLit? Well, TinLit.com is a platform that aims to connect literary fans across Indonesia and hopefully later on across the world. What exactly do we do, you might ask? Well, we serve as a platform to one, house the works of authors, their masterpieces, and to create an online platform for them to post their works in so that other people around the globe can read their works. So if you're an author looking to publicize your works, this might be the site for you, and if you're a reader who would like to read works online for free, this can also be the site for you. Secondly, we aim to allow a platform where people can join, especially for literary fans out there, their favorite literary communities. May that be a reading group, may that be a book reviews club, any sort of community that they're interested in. Or even if maybe they have their own idea of a group that they would like to establish, they can build their own community, they can build their own group, they can build their own club in the TinLit platform just by simply logging themselves in as a member for free. And thirdly, and I like to take this one very seriously, is we aim to help connect authors with publishing houses. And so how does that work? Basically, the works that are published on TinLit.com, that are posted on our platform, we take our time to actually look into them, to really see the qualities that they can offer. And if we see that the story is very well established, it's very well written, and it is ready to actually get published into an actual book traditionally, then we will take it and we will offer it to a publishing house that we think might be suitable for that work. And also the other way around. We provide the opportunity for publishing houses to look into their favorite works on our platform and see if they like any. And the question that some of you might be asking, might have in mind, is why exactly do we do the things that we do? And to me, the answer is really fairly simple. Because we want to help. But again, that is as general as it gets. So allow me to elaborate by telling you guys a story. I was only, I think around 11 or 12, or maybe a little younger than that, when I first attempted to write my novel. And even back then, as a really young child, I already had a great love towards literacy and towards words. I had a very creative imagination, and I liked to create my own stories within my own head. And so I thought to myself back then, why not write my stories down on Microsoft Word? And so that's what I did. But even after countless of attempts, I had never been able to quite perfectly finish a novel back then, around that age. It was not until I entered myself into an online platform that I finally did. So I started one story in an online platform. I was actually just randomly trying things out. I was only trying that platform out at random. Little did I know that platform was what was going to help me finish my first novel, and in only a brief period of 6 months. And so looking back at it, I couldn't help but question, how did that happen? Even when, looking back at it, I think I most likely had a greater level of motivation back when I was starting my first story attempt, in comparison to back when I was starting my story that I was going to post on the platform, because I was only randomly trying it out. So how did it happen really? And so I looked back at my past experiences one day and I realized that it really lied in the community and in the commitment. Back when I was writing just for myself, and back when I was writing on Microsoft Word for nobody else to read, the commitment that I made was mainly centered around finishing the novel. So I was committed to finishing the novel and the story itself. But when I published it on an online platform, I would get a lot of compliments from my readers, and a lot of people would message me personally and tell me how much they appreciate my story and how much they would love to read the next chapter of it, continue reading and stuff like that. And so the commitment grew to be beyond just the limits of my own novel. So it was not just me being committed to finishing the novel, it was also me being committed to serving my readers. So it just comes to show how great of an impact a strong reader base and a strong support system, a community, can help you, can motivate you, can drive you into accomplishing your goals, because that was what happened to me. That was one of the things that inspired me to create a community-driven platform. So if you look at TinLit and you scroll through our features, you can see that a lot of them are actually based around and centered upon interactions and sharing and community. So it's very community driven. But while that was the inspiration for a community driven platform, I would like to tell you guys what inspired one of the mission statements of TinLit to connect publishing houses and readers. So although that international writing platform that I had written, that I posted my story on, really helped me in a lot of ways, I can't help but feel at that time that I was still missing something. There was something that didn't feel quite enough. I realized that, I loved the fact that my story was on online libraries and that people could look at it, people could read it, everybody around the globe would have access to it. But at the same time, it wasn't quite enough for me. I still loved the idea of conventional publishing, and I would still love to see my book on literal shelves, on physical shelves. I thought seeing my book on physical shelves would really give it a lot of meaning, and it would really give me a sense of pride and a sense of accomplishment that is so much greater than any other. And I believe that I'm not the only writer who feels that way or who's ever felt that way. That platform, it was able to assist me, it was able to provide me a place for me to publicize my work online, but it couldn't help me necessarily get it published traditionally. And so that was one of my primary inspirations into building something that not just helped authors publicize their masterpieces online, but also provide them the opportunities to further publicize their works in terms of traditional or conventional publishing. That is it for me. I hope you enjoyed listening to some of the things that I've got to say, some of my previous experiences that had inspired me to develop this platform, making it the way that it is right now, making it the way that you see it today. Thank you very much for watching.